So it's 8:01 p.m., June 25th, 2019. And my obliques are tagged with the power turned up in the mall. And my stomach is tagged as well. So my stomach is actually swollen. And I'm going to show you the temperature. Thirty-seven one, and the other one is 37.1. So the temperature is a little bit high. And as I said, I just went out, and there are certain people who are constantly showing up around me, and I will be databasing who they are. This is a team, and I just got a scan on the chest. That's off now, very briefly. So there is a new team, and there is a blonde woman. There's a Sri Lankan young guy. There is a couple with 3 kids, a Chinese couple with 3 kids. These are the people I notice are constantly showing up. So this is the new team in the building who are going to tell lies about me. The couple, as I was walking out by the gate, had the kid in the pathway, the bicycle. And so I went on the grass, and I didn't bother going on the path. So they put themselves in locations where I interact with them. And then they take that interaction, be it ever so polite, and lie about it. This is what they're doing in the building to set me up. Also, the technology, these remote technologies that and it's off right now, as you can tell, that I'm recording. This is a local system. There is a system in this area, either around, immediately around the building, or in the general area that includes the mall across the street. That is, I'm suspecting, traffickers operated, and or maybe for security, not sure, but the traffickers have access to it. Now, this system should not be penetrating the building walls. It should not be used in a condominium, should not be used in an apartment building, but it is being used. Now, who would be using this? Who would want to know what's going on in a unit that they are lying to the cops saying, oh, well, she's a prostitute, she's doing drugs, when I'm an accountant? Who would want to know what's going on inside of the building? And who would be doing the trafficking? Would that be the same parties? Good question, right? So the signals that I'm recording are evidence of being raped, of being stalked, of being monitored illegally inside of my home. The knocking in the loading dock that I hear all through the night sometimes, it doesn't happen every night. I'd imagine it depends on the program and the meetings that's being held in the building about me. Because I'm constantly hearing that there's an order to remove, and we got it signed, and all we have to do is serve it. And I'm emotionally perturbed, and I'm mentally perturbed because I'm verbalizing inside of my unit, and the neighbors are recording it, and all these things, when really they're targeting me because I'm trying to get to the bottom of what is actually going on in the building. I'm suspecting illegal activity that includes the cops. Trafficking, remote sex slave operations, using these signals to torture and train, and customizing the victims to the clients, remote clients. That's what I'm suspecting is going on, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And I think I was victimized this way since 2005, since I was flagged initially in this building. So they want to remove me, basically. This is what it's all about. So it's psychotronic technology, psychotronic warfare being conducted to get rid of me, basically. So I heard that somebody had a third case, and the case has been tried, and they found me guilty of whatever it is that information was brought forward about me, which is, of course, one-sided, number one. And number two, it's intended to dispose of me, so it has to be negative. This is not a justice system that we're talking about. This is a degradation and disposal system, which is why the power is turned up. So the scouts around me, the Sri Lankan man who's loitering in the lobby and who's texting about me and triggering me, the Chinese couple with the 3 kids, the couple that followed me in, and when I hung back, they waited for me with a tied up bag in their hands, and I held back about 3 times, and 3 times they stopped and waited for me to come through the entrance. An escort. They're escorting me. So I also heard that I was running an escort service, so they were escorting me. And this is what's done for years and years and years. This is what's shouted at me. There was an escort service, and men were at my door. Well, somebody was sending the men at my door. This is another setup and frame. Anyone who has information that's proving that I'm a prostitute, feel free. Feel free to come to me and show me the information, because right after that you're going to go in for defamation, because all the tweets are proving that this information is already in the public arena, and I'm being harassed and being tasered and lasered anywhere I go to death, basically, because of this defamation, these defamatory comments and reports that's out there about me. Basically, it's attempted murder by the people who are putting out this misinformation about me. Talk to you another time.